Hello again, fine shiners. Got another project for us here on our Boxster. So this time, big one, engine mount. Pretty straightforward job, right? However, ours is in desperate need of replacement. I'm getting a bit of vibration through the chassis into the engine, especially right around 3,000 RPMs. Pretty common on this car, on the 986 Boxster. Not just 986, but also 987 Cayman and Boxster. But we did transmission mounts on it a couple weeks ago. Made a big difference, but you can still tell there's a little bit of vibration coming through. The other thing it could be is flywheel. This car's got 95,000 miles on it now. So I'll do the IMS bearing this winter. We'll inspect the flywheel at that point, but definitely needs an engine mount. So we've got this one here. I ordered this from Pelican. This is a Hamburg Technic brand. There's a couple other brands, but they seem to be in limited supply right now. So Hamburg Technic was the only one I can get my hands on, but this is the whole mount and assembly. You can buy just this bushing insert. I did not want to do that, mostly because I didn't feel like pressing a new part in and out. I could have kept the original mount off my car, but it's just easier to buy the whole piece. I think it was only maybe 150 bucks, wasn't terribly expensive. But yeah, should make all the difference, hoping we get that vibration sorted out and get it back to normal. So come along with me, we'll get started.
All right, so first things first, we need to remove this section of the under tray. These cars have several trays underneath them here, but this one, our engine mount's going to be right up under here. So this one needs to come off. So the first thing, you remove these 10 millimeter nuts here. And then there's some Phillips head screws. So you got one here, there's another one here. And then there is all the way down here in this little recess part, there's another 10 millimeter nut that you got to take off. And then I'll do the same on the other side. And then this should slide back and out. And then we'll have access to our engine mount.
A few moments later.
Okay, so our engine mount is right here. And it's a little dark, kind of hard to see, but there are actually 3 bolts on this side. So you got this lower one here, right here, and then there are 2 up there. So those ones that have, so that one there with the green tint to it, and then this other one, the smaller one over here in the corner. And then you've got the 2 over here. So you got one right here. Then there is another one that's kind of directly above it. I know it's hard to see here with the lighting. That one there, right there. So those 2 on this side, and then the other 2 there. And then there's also, for the mount itself, you've got these 2 bolts here, and then there's 2 more of them that are right here. So in total, 9 bolts to take out. So you'll undo those. And then it's a little bit fiddly because you have to kind of pull it out through these 2 coolant tubes. They move, so that's okay. Like they'll get out of the way. There's some clips here that you can undo to kind of move them off of this mount and out of the way. So highly recommend doing that, and then everything should come out. So I'll go ahead and loosen those bolts, and I'll be back.
$2,000 years later.
All right, so got it out. That was a little fiddly, but mostly just, undo the 4 bolts there, and then the bolts you got here and there, and that's it. It's really not that bad. But now we have to separate the engine mount from the carrier bracket. This one was definitely bad. It's got way too much movement in it. You can see the cracks around the edges here. I'll go ahead and we'll do a zoom in on it once I get this apart, but not too bad. It is out of the car, so that's good news. Okay, so got the part out of the car. We had to pull the 2 bolts off that hold that bracket in. Pretty easy. They're both 15 millimeter. I actually just prefer to do it like this. And pull those out. One. Yeah, this engine mount was pretty worn. There we go. Okay. So as you can see, pretty beat. Got quite a few cracks in here. This was just not doing its job anymore. So I think that's really the biggest cause of the vibrations that we were having. Yeah, pretty wore out all the way through. Hard to see here with the shadows, but this mount is actually torn all the way through. Yeah, no good. Definitely wouldn't do us any good. All right, got the new one bolted in. Obviously much shinier. Doesn't have all the cracks and holes like the the old one. So we'll go ahead and pop that in and get going.
1 eternity later.
Okay, so we got it done. It's installed. The old one, like I said, was pretty bad. Don't mind the dirt on my face. It was underneath the car. All right, so here we go. Let's take it for a little drive and see if we can tell the difference. Yeah, I can already feel the difference between the old one. There was a vibration that would come in about 2,500 RPMs. That's gone. So, yeah, I think we got it, folks. I was a little worried it was going to need a flywheel as well. Those are very expensive, but I think we're good. Yeah, that's it. All right, we did it. Awesome. Keep shiny side up.